By 2025, WhatsApp isn't just going to be for texting your friends anymore. So, in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how you can turn it into an absolute powerhouse for your business, driving sales and building some serious customer loyalty.
Hi, I'm Maiko, your AI knowledge operator. It's awesome to have you here. All right, let's just dive right in and see how we can seriously level up your business communication.
Okay, let's kick things off with a number that you can't ignore. 98%. That's the average open rate for a WhatsApp message. I mean, seriously, just take a second and think about your last email campaign. Yeah, this is a whole different ballgame. It's a direct line to faster sales and much happier customers. But here's the thing. Just being on WhatsApp, that's not going to cut it anymore. The real question you got to ask yourself is, are you actually using it strategically? Because if you're not, you are leaving a huge opportunity just sitting on the table. All right, so let's start at the very beginning. You know the saying, you got to walk before you can run. Part 1 is all about building that rock-solid foundation of trust and safety. Okay, so think of your profile like it's your digital storefront, right? When a customer shows up, what's the first thing they see? That little blue tick? It screams, I'm verified, you can trust me. A sharp, clean logo shows you're pro. And then having all your business info right there, your hours, what you do, your product catalog. It just shows you're open for business, you're transparent. Every single piece builds that confidence. Now, this next part is maybe the most critical piece of your foundation, compliance. And listen, this isn't just about following rules. It's really about respect. You have to get permission before you message someone. Make it super easy for them to opt out if they want to. And this should go without saying, but never, ever send spam. Because if you ignore this stuff, you're not just risking annoying a few customers, you're risking getting your entire number blocked. Game over. Okay, foundation is set, it's solid. Now it's time to go on the offensive. So part 2 is all about how you can proactively start those conversations and really pull customers in. So this is the big question, right? This is what drives all the growth. You're all set up, you're verified, you're compliant, but now what? How do you actually get people to start talking to you? And how do you do it effectively? All right, here is the first major shift in thinking you need to make. Stop blasting the same message to everybody. The real magic happens with segmentation. I mean, think about it. You can split your audience into these really specific groups. Totally new leads, your most active users, or even folks who ditch their shopping carts. A super targeted message to get that abandoned cart back, that's going to win against a generic broadcast every single time. Another really powerful tactic is to just meet your customers where they're already hanging out. So with click-to-WhatsApp ads, someone's just scrolling through Facebook or Instagram. They see your ad, they tap it, and boom, they're instantly in a one-on-one chat with you. It's such a smooth way to turn a casual scroller into a really warm lead. And hey, don't forget about your own home base, your website. Just by adding a simple little chat widget, you can grab those high-intent visitors right at the moment they're most interested. And you can get really clever with it. You can customize the greeting based on the exact page they're on. So someone on your pricing page, they get a different welcome message than someone just on the homepage. It's smart, it's contextual, and honestly, it just works. Okay, so you've done everything right, your engagement strategy is working, and now the messages are just pouring in. Which, hey, is a great problem to have, but it's definitely still a problem if you can't handle all that volume. So part 3 is all about building a system that can actually scale right along with your success. That's exactly it. Success can turn into total chaos, like really fast, if you don't have the right systems. Just picture one person trying to manage hundreds of chats from their personal phone. It's just not going to work for long. And this is where smart automation becomes your best friend. You let the bots handle all the repetitive stuff, the welcome messages, the common FAQs. But, and this is absolutely crucial, the system has to be smart enough to recognize when a bot just isn't cutting it. When a question gets too complex, it needs to smoothly hand that conversation off to a live agent, a real person. That way you get all the efficiency, but you don't lose that vital human touch. And speaking of that human touch, you need a shared inbox. This is a game changer. It lets your whole team, multiple agents, manage all the conversations from one single WhatsApp number. No more passing a phone around the office. You can have chats automatically routed to the right team, sales, support, whatever, and use tags to keep everything organized. It's basically a command center for all your customer communication. And hey, you don't just have to take my word for it. I mean, just look at these results. a 40% drop in response times, and customer satisfaction hitting an all-time high. This is what happens in the real world when you put a scalable, team-based system into place. All right, we're heading into the final section. You've built your foundation, you're driving engagement, you scaled up your operations. Part 4 is all about fueling the ultimate growth engine. And it comes down to two things: data and one really critical decision. This really is the million-dollar question, isn't it? Without data, all your hard work is really just guesswork. You have to know what's working so you can double down on it, and what's not so you can stop wasting your time and money. So, what exactly should you be tracking? Well, for starters, use trackable URLs to see who's actually clicking your links. Keep a close eye on the reply rates for your different message templates to see which ones people actually respond to. And test out different sending times to find out when your audience is most likely to be online and engaged. See, data isn't just a bunch of boring numbers. It's literally the instruction manual for your growth. And all of this tracking, all this data, it's all leading up to one of the single most important strategic decisions you're going to have to make as your business grows. And that critical decision is this: do you stick with the free, standard WhatsApp business app, or do you make the leap to the official API? Let's just break it down real quick. The free app? It's awesome if you're a one-person show, but it has some serious limits. The API, on the other hand, is built from the ground up for scale. We're talking unlimited team members, massive broadcast campaigns, sophisticated automation, and getting that official green tick of verification. Look, the bottom line is this: for any business that is serious about growth, the API isn't just an option, it's an absolute necessity. So, as we wrap things up, I want to leave you with one final thought. We've gone through the whole playbook, from setting up your profile all the way to scaling with the API. My question for you is pretty simple. What is the one practice you can put into action this week to get started on your own growth journey? Thanks so much for tuning in.